Hello, all of you beautiful, beautiful people out there across the United States and across the globe. My name is Ravi Kurani, and I am the CEO and founder of a company called Sutro. We manufacture a robot that floats in your swimming pool or spa, and it remotely tells you exactly what chemicals to add and when. We have an amazing feature release today. The development team has been extremely hard at work and will be launching feature release 1.75. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into it. Let's go. So what's new in this release? First of all, we have given the availability and opportunity for you to actually input your manual readings. I'll go into detail of all of these things in the slides to come. The second is we have given the ability for you to actually work with pool stores that are authorized Sutro pool stores. You can see the readings that you have at those pool stores inside of your Sutro application. With our kind of pending launch in Canada, French is also now available, as well as metric units. We have also launched a new referral program, which I'll tell you about. And we just have a series of bug fixes around the home screen that was showing up some issues, some readings history charts, some service mode fixes that was causing our users not to be able to properly go in and change out the cartridge, and a small bug around the hub and monitor being offline. All right, so jumping into the manual readings. Inside of this pool store section, which I'll show you where that's at in a second, you can actually receive recommendations for manually entering your test results. So if you want to measure your CYA, your calcium hardness, your total chlorine, we give you the ability to actually test your own pool with those measurements that Sutro currently doesn't measure, and will generate a recommendation for you. The second thing you're able to do is you're also able to connect with a Sutro-partnered pool store. So pool stores that are partnered with Sutro can generate recommendations for you, and those will all show up inside of your Sutro app. And you don't need Sutro hardware to actually use this feature. So here's the kind of screens that you can see here. On the left side, you can put in your total chlorine, your total alkalinity, your phosphates, and it'll use our recommendation engine to actually generate a recommendation for you. Booking appointments. If, again, you use a Sutro partnered pool store, you can now actually schedule an appointment with a technician in advance. We are building this out for our Canadian partnership, but we're going to start rolling this out in the US as well. And you can kind of see the screens here where you can actually drop off your water for an actual pool store to be able to test the water for you. Once they test that water, as I said in the slide before, those recommendations will show up on your application, and you can actually use those chemicals from the pool store to actually treat and dose your water to make sure it's safe. New language and units. We have English and French both in the application now, and metric and imperial. And you can find that from the select a language section. You'll be able to see that inside of the settings. Also, we have an amazing referral program. So if you refer your friends, you will get 2 months of cartridges free, and your friend gets $50 off a Sutro. You'll find that in the settings menu. If you click on your navigation and you click on the tell a friend, that allows you to basically open up the referral center and be able to actually email your friend. Some of the home screen fixes that we have. So before we had a high alkalinity or high chlorine, it would go to this perfect for a swim screen. Obviously, that's not true. And so what we've done now is we have given you different ways that you can actually look at your alkalinity or your chlorine to be able to change that. And there are a few different types and permutations of recommendations, which you should be able to see up there on the recommendations that we have. The other thing is we have actually fixed the calculation for the moving average. Prior to this app release, the moving average actually took the prior 3 readings, so it didn't actually have the most recent reading, which is why many of you had seen the moving average trending down, even though your pH or your chlorine would have been going up. This has been fixed in the latest release, so go ahead and update your apps. And also, an amazing thing for our premium users is we have updated the readings history graph to actually default to the raw values and free chlorine. So many of you had actually requested that free chlorine is the main thing that you look at when you open up the app. And so we have made it a little bit more friendlier when you open up the app to actually see your free chlorine as well as your most recent raw values. Some bug fixes. On the service mode side of things, we actually had an issue where users were clicking the service mode button multiple times, and we had allowed that, which obviously prevented them from successfully completing the service mode. And another problem was when the Sutro device was actually updating the firmware, it would flag a false notification to your app that would say that your hover monitor was offline. We have fixed both of these things. Lastly, go ahead and update your apps on wherever you get them from. If you're on Apple, we are on the iOS store. And if you use Android, we're on the Google Play. Again, thank you. If you do not have a Sutro, we completely recommend you get one. Go to mysutro.com and order one today. It makes a great gift for Christmas, which is coming up, relatively soon. Also, great Thanksgiving gift as well. Anyways, I also got a new camera and a new microphone. So just comment below and let me know how it sounds. I kind of take all of your guys' feedback every single time. I read all of the comments below. So thank you again. And I hope all of you have a great week, great weekend. And until the next update, I will see you guys soon. Thank you.